How has travel and traveling changed in the last year? Like, let's face it, how many trips have you gone on in the last year? I start to think about actually how much traveling, how many flights, and how many different things that I've actually done in the last year, considering the unique circumstances. And I thought it would be fun and interesting to talk about traveling during these unique times because I just got home from an incredible trip to St. George, Utah, and I'm scheduled to go on another amazing trip on Monday to Washington State. So that's what we're going to talk about tonight on Chavez Live 360, brought to you by Live Masters, where we feel alive by going live. And your journey to video mastery begins here. If you don't know who I am, I've been on a live video journey for the last 4 years. My name is Mike Chavez, and I live in the fabulous city of Las Vegas. Now, here's the deal. I do these videos every day with the intent for us to get to know each other. And I help other people leverage videos to build their networks online and build authentic relationships. I'm so excited to bring you this video tonight because I think it's a very interesting topic. And wherever in the world that you're watching this video, let me know in the comments below because it's very interesting. You know, we have a worldwide reach here online. And let's face it, our traveling options and the way we have been accustomed to traveling over the years has radically and dramatically changed in the last year. So, first of all, there's still people that are flying international. There's parts of South America, Central America, Mexico, where people are still going on vacations, getting great deals. COVID testing, yes, you got to get tested in a lot of places to come back in the country. That's one of the new things that the current administration is doing for the virus is anybody coming into the country has to be tested. But I do know that even here in the United States, there's certain parts and certain pockets, certain states, certain areas that are really super strict. And then there's other areas where you would almost know, you wouldn't even almost forget that there's even anything going on, any sort of restrictions. Hey, Margaret, how you doing? It's good to see you. For example, I live in Vegas, hasn't been that bad, and I traveled to St. George, Utah this last 5 days. I just got back from an incredible leadership mastermind retreat, and it's totally different there. People are meeting, people are gathering in that area. Also, I went on another trip. I flew to Washington in July for a week-long mastermind trip. And of course, the pandemic started basically in February is when they started shutting everything down. And then I flew to Montana in the last August. So over the last year, I've gone on 2 flights. I'm going to go on another one on Monday. I've did a few different leadership retreats. I've during this whole thing, I've just been out and about, and I don't know what it is. During this last 4 days when I went away and I gathered with some incredible leaders and mentors that I'm working with, I realized I love coming online. I love doing these videos. Yes, I can see your comments, Christina. I see you. Sorry, I didn't see you. I see you, Christina. I love doing videos. I think it's an incredible way to connect with people, especially in the unique circumstances that we're in. Let's see. Margaret says, been all over the country during the pandemic, and it's different everywhere. Right. So since Margaret's a truck driver, so she's been everywhere in the country during the whole pandemic. She's been driving trucks for well over a year now. I don't know how long you've been doing it, but especially during the pandemic, I know she's been driving everywhere. And she could attest every different state, every different county, city. It's all different. So I think it's time, for people. What's going on, Aaron? How you doing? It's good to see you. I think it's time for people to kind of just figure out how we're going to get back to some sort of normalcy, right? And it's crazy because I talked to my Canadian friends, and they literally have their neighbors watching them and reporting them if they have people coming to their house, that cars they don't recognize and stuff. And isn't that crazy? I think it's just crazy. The world's going crazy. Let's see here. I stay masked and distance, and you can stay well. Right. yeah, just go out there, got do what you got to do, respect the rules is wherever they are. Then some places you don't have to wear a mask. I was in a few different places where I went into a gym. I was in this group exercise class, and there was like 60 people in there, and nobody was wearing masks, and there wasn't really any social distancing to speak of. And so, anyways, it's interesting. Traveling is going to be interesting. I don't know. This is when they're going to start making you test just to go on a domestic flight. Right now, as it stands, it's only for international flights. So let's see what Christina says. Did you hear about double masking, Fauci? I had double masking. Here's my mask. I will show you the mask that I use. Now, I'm not a big fan of the mask, but to stay compliant, to get in the building, I'm not worried about getting the virus. I've already been exposed to it. This is the mask that I use. Now, it's kind of like a scarf, but it's real thin. Okay, it's real thin. So I like this one because I don't like to have things around my, when you go somewhere with these masks on, right? You got to put it over your ear. And then when you get somewhere, you got to take it off and you got to hang it up and then you lose it and whatever. So I have like quite a few of these. I just go like this. That's it. There's my mask. That's it. And it is thin. I don't know if you can see my lips, my stuff through it. But that's it in a nutshell as far as that goes. And I know that I've been exposed to it. We've all been exposed to it. So stay safe, stay healthy, stay sane. But this video was really more about traveling during these unique circumstances, how it's changed, how it's going to change. Here's one thing that I do know. I'm coming to see you, Rick, on Monday. See, Rick's tuning in. There's one thing I do know. People, humans, we're communal creatures. We love community. We just hunger for that in person. There's nothing like it. I mean, like I said, I love the internet. I love videos. I think it's an incredible way to get to know people. But when you drop in with somebody in person and you can really feel their energy, it's truly incredible. And there's nothing that's ever going to take the place of that. And people are always going to gather. Always have and always will. And we're always going to find a way to do it regardless of the circumstances. So that being said, I'm excited to continue to go out into the world and just continue to live my life in as safely as possible, respecting other people. I think that's what this is all about. And maybe as you're watching this video live or on the replay, you can share some of your experiences traveling right now. Let's see here. Heidi says, travel's a little tricky now. You never know how people will act about wearing masks or not. This is true. And Margaret says, I'm going to Africa this year and I will do the required to go. I don't think we should be scared, just cautious and protected. That's true. You go to, say you go to Africa or you go to other countries where they have malaria, they have certain types of things that you're going to be exposed to that you wouldn't be exposed to here. People get inoculated, right, before they go on some of those trips. That's interesting. Christina says, I wear a shield. I won't wear a mask, let alone two. But that's me. I'm confused. I'm conscious of other people, and I stay away and keep my distance. I did the same thing. I think it's really to the point where we're going to hopefully start, opening things back up. Supposedly, less people are in hospitals. The hospitalization numbers are declining, so that's a good thing. Keep praying, stay positive. And like I said, you're not going to be able to keep people away from each other. That's just the way it is because we're communal creatures and we love to build communities. Now, speaking of communities, at the end of all of my videos, I always throw out an open invitation because I don't know, this might be the first time you've seen one of my videos, or it might be the 10th, 100th, or 1,000th time you've seen one of my videos because I've literally done thousands of these, okay? But I always want to continue this conversation if you're open to learning how to leverage videos like this to get to know other people online and build relationships. We have a community just like that. It's called Live Masters. It's free. Come check it out. We have free video challenges going in there, and we're going to start one real soon here. I'll give you a little hint. Probably on my next road trip, we'll be coming up with a new video challenge. So stay safe. Don't be afraid to go out into the world. It's a beautiful place. And don't forget, regardless of where you are, I'm sure there's somewhere where you can go out in nature and enjoy nature. I mean, that was one of the things that I really wrapped my head around the last week when I was in Utah. If you've ever have an opportunity to go to southern Utah, the St. George area, Zion National Park, that whole entire area is absolutely incredible. They never get snow there. It's very, very rare that there's a lot of snow on the Red Mountains there. And it's absolutely incredibly beautiful. And I'm so glad that I went. And I can't wait to see what Oregon and Washington is going to look like next week when I get there this time of year. I'm sure it's truly beautiful. So go out into the world. Nature's incredible. And there's nothing like fresh air to keep you healthy and sane. I don't think that there's restrictions are so tight everywhere where we can't go outside and enjoy nature. Okay. Well, stay safe, stay healthy, everybody. God bless you, and get out into the world and see how amazing